What's up, everybody? John with SP California Bushcraft. Today for this episode, this is the first episode we've ever, this is actually, well, not the first episode, but it's been a while since I've done one of these before. So today for this episode, we are going to be doing a multi-gear review. That's correct, a multi-gear review on two brand new items from a company called iProtec. Two new flashlights from iProtec, so stick around. Alright guys, so welcome back. So this is going to be the review on the iProtec, double gear review on the iProtec headlamp and flashlight. So we have the two products right here, and I have to say I've actually been pretty impressed with how well these products have performed. Now the first one that we're going to have a look at here is going to be the iProtec Chameleon. Now the iProtec Chameleon is a very, very nice flashlight. Weight of the flashlight is 3.2 ounces, and it's got a couple of wonderful features on it. First of all is that it runs on a single AA battery. So let me go ahead and pull the battery out so that way you guys can see that. So here's your battery right here. And it screws right on. It's water resistant, not waterproof. I want to make that clear. And it's got a couple of different features on it that makes this flashlight very unique. Now, one thing that it does have that you will see is the bezel. So the bezel on the bottom of this particular flashlight is perfect for self-defense, in case you want to knock somebody in the head. Hopefully not. And then the bezel of the flashlight actually allows you to zoom in and then zoom out. So this has got a 4x bezel, which is a very, very nice feature, and it has 4 different modes. So you got flood mode, and again you can zoom in with the flood, zoom out. Hopefully you guys can see that. It's also got the green light mode. So again, zoom in, zoom out, and again hopefully you guys can see that. And the next one we also have too is going to be the red light mode. Radio might be coming in, but again, zoom in, zoom out. And of course this one's also got the strobe mode. And again, you can zoom in to concentrate the strobe on one particular person, or you can zoom out and concentrate the strobe on a bunch of people. So you never know. And the tail clicking on the back of this flashlight is only going to be for about, the tail clicking on the flash right here actually glows in the dark, so in case that way you can find your flashlight when you need it. Now as far as what the capacity is, the red light, it gives you 85 meters, which is going to be it's actually, the red light gives you about 85 inches, 50 meters for 420 minutes. The green light will give you 70 meters for about 30 minutes. And then you got a 1-year manufacturer's warranty, and then the original floodlight, the main light, which is going to be this guy right here. That light is going to last you for about, I think it was, how much did they say this one was going to last you for? I'm trying to remember. I think it was here we go. So the primary light is going to last you about 240 minutes. Sorry about that. I had to go back into my notations here. And then the strobe light is going to last you about 300 minutes. So again, that's not bad at all for this particular flashlight, for the iProtec Chameleon. The second flashlight we're going to have a look at here from iProtec is going to be the iProtec headlamp. As you can see, this is a very, very nice headlamp again, and it's very durable, very tough, and it's very cool. Now, couple of things too about this particular flashlight. First of all, let's have a look at the head strap. The head strap, when I put it on my head, is very comfortable, very easy to adjust, and not to mention it's very easy to put on. And as you can see, it's got a nice rubber coating on the back right here, which does sit on the head very well. Never had any issues with sweat or anything like that hitting my head, especially when it comes to being out here and enjoying the woods, especially late at night. I've used this a couple of times when I go on just for walks in there, because it does get pretty dark. and it does come in handy. Now this one again's got 3 light modes on the flashlight itself. I need to go back into my notes here. Sorry about that, guys. So if you can give me a minute. Alright, so just the basic information about this particular flashlight. So on this flashlight, this runs on 3 AAA batteries. It's got 3 light modes. You've got your standard light, you've got the white light mode, and you've also got the green light mode. I don't know if you could see that. And you've also got the red light mode. There's going to be some nighttime footage here pretty soon here. So on these 2 particular flashlights, this one's got like the 3 different modes. The only mode that this light does not have is the strobe mode, but for 150 lumens, so this is still not a bad little flashlight. Runs on 3 AAA batteries, and the bezel itself is 90 degrees. So if you're wearing it on your head, you can go ahead and move this guy down here, and I'll show you what that looks like in a moment here. So let's go ahead and show you guys that. And before we do that though, let's go ahead and go into the nighttime footage about this particular flashlight. So stick around for that. Alright, you guys, so I hope you guys can see the video here pretty clear. I know this is not the most ideal spot to kind of test this at this time of night, but it's the best I could find at short notice here. But I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is move over here just a little bit. Now, in case you're wondering where I am right now, about I want to say maybe about a block up the road is the baseball field. It's right near my house. So I decided to come out here to be able to show you these 2 flashlights here for this double gear review. So I hope you'll enjoy it. So we're going to take a look at some nighttime footage here of 2 of these flashlights, so you guys could definitely see the differences between the 2 flashlights. And the first one that we're going to have a look at is the iProtec headlamp. So as you can see, for a flashlight like this, I mean, it does give out a very, very nice glow. And it does have, and again, it does have the 3 unique features. It does have the bright light, which is what's on right now. And you've also got the green light, which does help dimmer the situation here a little bit more. And then the next light you also do have too as well is you've also got the red light here. And then once you've turned the light off, it goes back to the regular opposition. Now, one unique feature though about this particular headlamp is the main light. Now, the one thing you got to do is that if you hold down the power supply button on the light here, so I'm going to hold it down, and as you watch, you'll see that it starts to dimmer. Now, once it gets to a dimmer that it wants to, it automatically clicks like that, and it will stay at this mode. It won't turn off, it won't come back on whatsoever. But if you click the switch just one time, it turns right off. And if you hit the switch again, it turns it right back on. So that's and then you have to hit it again about 3 times just to go ahead and turn the main flashlight off from the green and red light. But again, so main power is on, you hold the light down, it dimmers the primary light, and it gives you that click, and that's where it's going to stay. And then if you hold it down again, it actually goes ahead and takes it right back to where it originally was, to the main brightness. And that's pretty good, especially on 3 AA batteries. So brightness, green light, red light, and then when you have the brightness again, you hold down the power button and it condenses the light back down to a nice dimmer. And when you hit the click again, it automatically turns the light off. So that's the iProtec headlamp. Now, the other flashlight that I also have here is the iProtec mini light, and this mini light's got it's got a unique feature on this particular light. You can't really see it right now, but on the light itself, you can actually, on the clicky here, on the tail clicky, actually glows in the dark. So if you get enough sunlight on this particular puppy, the switch will actually glow in the dark, and that's a great thing. Now, what we're testing out here again is going to be the actual flat lights on this particular lamp. Now, one of the unique features about this particular flashlight is that it has the ability to zoom in. So as you can see right now, I'm actually at a pointer level. So this kind of pointer level here against this wall kind of reminds me of using the mag light. And then again, if you go back on it, it pulls you right back to the main light. And then again, you got So now you've got the green light, and again you got the same setting on the green light on the regular flood, and then you use the rolling mechanism on the flashlight to bring it into a pointer, and that's another very nice feature. Now what you do is you turn it off, hit again, that gives you your red light mode, and you can barely see the red light mode, but it's still pretty bright though for a little red light. And then again, you can zoom in with the red light if you want to use the red light, and then you can zoom out to come back out. Now, one last unique feature is that with this particular iProtec flashlight, unlike the headlamp, is that this does have the strobe. Now, right now the strobe's at full flood, but with the strobe on, you can actually zoom in right here, and it actually gives you a nice pointer especially if you're using the strobe light, and then you can bring it back to its normal setting. And then once you're done with it, just click it off and it turns right off. So you've got your full light, green light, red light, strobe, and all three lights allow you to have the zoom feature on the flashlight muzzle. Alright you guys, so I hope you enjoyed the nighttime footage and demonstration of these two particular flashlights. Now again, I do have the headlamp on my head here, and as you can see, with 90-degree bezel, the light does drop down all the way, and I can move it into different types of positions here when I'm wearing the flashlight on my head. All in all, this headlamp is very, very comfortable. The weight on this, I forgot to give you guys the approximate weight, so I'm not 100% sure, but I'll be sure to post that information into the video description on YouTube. Now, what are the costs? Now, when I bought these two flashlights, I found both of these flashlights at Big 5 Sporting Goods, and for the cost of these two flashlights, they were only $19.99 each for each flashlight. So the Chameleon was $19.99. Headlamp itself was only $19.99. Now, this particular headlamp, you can find this headlamp over at Big 5 Sporting Goods for $19.99. You can also find it online for $19.99. The Chameleon, when I was looking for the information about this particular flashlight, is going for $23.99 on Amazon, and that's a little bit much for a flashlight like these ones, but still, I mean, that's not too shabby. It's only a few dollars difference, so not really that big of a deal, I don't think. So what are my overall impressions of these two flashlights? Honestly, if you're someone that's on a bit of a budget and you're just starting out in bushcraft, you don't want to spend the money on flashlights that you don't think you're going to be using, I would honestly recommend these two. These two are great little flashlights. They do well. Again, the Chameleon runs on one single AA battery, and it's got the 4 different modes that you saw. The headlamp has 3 different modes, but it's only got one other unique feature that if you saw in the nighttime footage, and that unique feature is that if you're on the main light, if you hold down the power button, the light will actually dimmer down to a low light, and then when you turn it off and turn it back on again, it goes back to the primary light. So that is a pretty cool feature. And again, you got the green light, red light, and then you turn it right off. I would do the same thing with this light to the camera, but I don't want to use the strobe on you guys. That's kind of crazy, but why not? So you got the primary light, green light, the green light, red light, strobe, and that's it. So So I hope you guys enjoy this video on my double gear review on the iProtec flashlights for the iProtec chameleon and the iProtec headlamp. Please give me a big thumbs up. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos. Thanks for joining me today for this video, you guys. Take care. Bye.